12 this year, with visitors' arrival breaching the 400,000 visitors' arrival mark for the first time in any single month. In keeping with his promise to make tourism the people's business, Secretary Jimenez aims to transform the department into a primary marketing and selling unit of the government with the ultimate goal of ensuring that every activities they have would be fulfilling and profitable for Filipino people. Under his leadership, the DOT has embarked on convergence projects with government agencies and different private sector groups such as the Philippine Retailers Association. Our guest of honor is a graduate of the University of Philippines with a bachelor's degree in fine arts majoring in visual communication. Prior to his appointment as Secretary of Tourism, he has spent 35 years in the field of advertising, working for most of the top advertising agencies, beginning with Ace Compton, to Ace and Ace Saatchi, to Jimenez Basic Advertising, and finally to Wu Consultancy. His work in advertising has been closely associated with the steady and tremendous success of many homegrown Filipino brands. With his marketing communications expertise, Secretary Jimenez hopes to build enough energy around the tourism to give Philippines a positive image. Brimming with confidence, he looks forward to meeting our target of 10,000 or 10 million tourists rather by the year 2016, and seeing tourism finally take its place as the key driver of socio-economic progress in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my honor to introduce to you, I believe, the only cabinet member who was brave enough to set a very high target for himself and a definite time for achieving that target. May I introduce the Most Honorable Ramon R. Jimenez, Jr., the Secretary of Department of Tourism.
Thank you, Sammy. I'm very flattered to be introduced by the legendary Sammy. My fellow speakers, Mr. William Schultz, President and CEO of Coca-Cola Bottlers. Bill, I've had my dose of Coke Light already this morning. And Mr. Michael Carandan. Michael? Oh, there he is. Okay. Sammy, of course, Mr. Frederick Gros, President, PRA Board of Directors. Special mention, of course, to the government's lead shopkeeper, Mr. Enchong Formoso. Distinguished guests, Attorney Paul Santos, of course, first NRCE overall chairman, friends from the media and the retailing industry. Good morning to all. 2 weeks ago, I was one of the guests at the opening of the Philippine Tourism Showroom in Seoul, Korea. It was a very exciting time because the showroom is located in an absolutely perfect location. It is in front of the famous City Hall of Korea, where so many people go. It is roughly the equivalent of the crossing between Paseo de Rojas and Ayala Avenue. Many of them newly married, young couples, young people coming to and from modern steel and glass office towers move around that area. The showroom is also surrounded by first-class hotels where tourists from around Korea and around the world converge. As one passes the broad granite facade of the building, they see a ground floor display prominently marked by a brightly colored LED sign that proclaims, "It's more fun in the Philippines." on its first day, have borne fruit very early. The Filipino people have embraced the new campaign as an exciting and affirming image of themselves, to the point that we have spotted, and Sammy, here's an update for you. The latest figure is 75,000 versions of It's More Fun in the Philippines. That does not count the innumerable times that people have used the expression in speeches. One was even in a State of the Nation address. Streamers, labels, and just plain everyday conversation. Again, it is much like having the entire staff in your store living and breathing the brand image and making sure it shows, which is only natural since the brand advantage is about them. Yours, correction, ours, is a challenging business, this retailing business. We work every day to make sure we have a store that has the best possible image, the best possible atmosphere, and the best possible service. And then we stand back and hope that the products we have chosen to offer are what customers have come to buy. So they come, they look, they try, and they walk out of our store loaded with merchandise, hopefully now penniless, and they are happy and satisfied. I am fortunate to have the most supportive store manager in the person of the President of the Philippines. He believes in our efforts, and he has enjoined the rest of his team to support Philippine tourism not just as any business activity, but by the end of his term as an honest-to-goodness national industry. Yes, it is an exciting time to be in retailing, and I congratulate you and the entire leadership of the PRA, as well as the organizers of this event, for a successful effort, in spite of the wet weather. Now, speaking of the wet weather, I would like to take this opportunity to mention that relief goods may be dropped off, if you care to, at the clamshell on Anda Street in Tramuros, Manila, near San Agustin Church. Members of the DOT team will be there to receive your donations. Anyway, to return, my congratulations on a successful event. In closing, I would allow me to mention this. Before you open your stores tomorrow, before you open them, ask yourself these questions. Does my store have the right image to fit what it truly offers? Is my store as much about the service as the merchandise? Is my store unique? Is my store competitive? And finally, is my store fun to visit? Let me share with you now the original video that we used to launch the campaign. Play the video, please.
It's more fun.